Hello, everyone, and welcome to another chat with Andy the Gabby Cabby. We're at the end of a very sticky Tuesday, and I made it just by the skin of my teeth. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to, with all the delays and everything up at Heathrow earlier. It was crazy. I had a lovely picture of what was going on. All of the passengers on the plane had a TV in front of them, and there's cameras all over the outside of the aircraft. And you could see it sitting on the runway, waiting for the stand to come out, so they can come in and get off the plane and everything else. And they delayed things. But thankfully, the journey home wasn't too bad. There was a vehicle fire on the way. And I do have to wonder whether it was electric. But we will never know. I didn't see any big plume of smoke or anything that was unusual. But apparently there are some other fires here, there and everywhere, which are apparently heat related. But we'll get to that in a little while. Let's have a quick look at the chat first and foremost and say hello to a couple of people. Hello, M. Perry. Hello, Julie Baldwin. Yes, you're spot on, Julie. If you haven't done so already, folks, and you've just got here, please hit that like button. Let's get that algorithm talking as quickly as we possibly can. Thank you. Been raining here in Ascot, but still quite warm here. Thunder now, mate. Oh, Jesus. Well, on my PC indoors, I've got a little weather thing at the bottom, and it's been saying heat wave for days. And today or this morning, it said storms predicted. So I don't know whether we're going to get bloody shat on with a load of rain or what. I don't know. But there you go. We'll have to see what happens over the next couple of days. But like Stansted yesterday, Heathrow actually got up to about 44 at one point. So, yes, I'm a bit sweaty. I still am. I bought the water out again. And this stuff actually got warm by the time I left the garage yesterday, and it feels warmer in here now than it did yesterday. What's the matter with Stink Pooter? I'm in the stickiest situation since Sticky the Sticking Stick got stuck in something sticky. Okay. Oh, my God, takes all sorts, doesn't it? Hello, John Harris. Good to see you. And welcome to the chat. I hope you're doing okay. Although still feeling the heat, get out your hot water bottles. No, I'm not mad on this occasion. Fill them with cold water and keep a spare in the fridge. Works wonders. I'll tell you what, I went through a fitness thing, a fitness fad, ages and ages ago, right? And the guy that was helping me said, take cold showers, because it's very good for the immune system and everything else. I could never, ever, ever stomach them. I'm cold. But this morning I had a cold shower, and it's absolutely wonderful. I could have stood under there all day. There's a lot to be said for getting a bit of the old chilled water around. Hello, Alan Pape. Good to see you. And welcome to the chat. Christine Ayres, too. Paul Hoskin, hello. I've just come back from the future. It's 58. Wishful thinking there. Zena, hello to you. Good to see you. Karen B as well. Crazy that weather you're all having across the pond. I'm in Florida and it's not even that hot here. Well, what do you define not hot, Karen? Is it like seriously cold, or is it what we would consider a sunny day under normal circumstances over here? I do wonder, the difference in how you perceive the weather, basically. We had a thunderstorm earlier, not done any, still very sticky. That's Bridget. I think we're due a dumping of something very soon. We've got to be. John Harrington, put some ice in the water. Yeah, I should do, really. As I say, it turned lukewarm when I come out of here yesterday, but that's neither here nor there. Harry Harlow, Andy, it's not good to drink alcohol in the heat because of hydration. Yeah, I know, Harry. I've got a bottle of San Miguel kind of in the fridge, which I'm going to have later, but I know I'm not going to go too mad for that very reason. Although still, we've had that one about the hot water bottle, haven't we? Hello, Rafi. Good to see you. I am seeing your messages, by the way, Rafi. Don't you worry, Rafi. I will contact you when I'm ready, Rafi. Don't you worry, Rafi, about that. Rafi. Zena, hi, Andy. what's caught fire now, please? Well, down here, I got a report earlier, and I'll read more about it, that there was a load of fire engines out all over London, responding to various emergencies here, there, and everywhere. And somebody sent me a picture of a flash fire, which was down at which was down near Dartford. And I'm not sure what the situation was. I thought I was going to get trouble on the way home, but as it turns out, I never did. 53 watching, 16 likes. Come on, folks, let's get that thumbs up. I want to get, we've got 76 watching now. I want to get the two kind of on parallel with each other if we can. That'd be great. So if you haven't done so, please do. Dartford, near to you, had problems as well. Yeah, Anna Perkins. I saw the picture. It was on the side of the motorway, and it looked like some kind of forest fire had kicked off. It didn't look good, whatever it was. You nice English and some curry people. Lucinda, Sweden. Right, we got 33 likes now, apparently, so that's a bit better. And that's 70 watching, so we can up that a little bit. Hi, Alan Pape. You managed to cool down. I don't think he has, Kim. I really don't think he has. Listen, has anybody followed that, Conservative leadership race so far? Has anybody seen what's been going on today? Me, I am not surprised in the slightest. What does everybody think of it? The candidates left. Give me a 1 if you're not surprised, and give me a 2 if you are surprised. Let's see what we think. I mean, it's rank and file establishment bullshittery, isn't it? Really? No, I have heats love. My monkeys. Yes. So a 1 if you're not surprised. Yeah, there we go. Here they come. 1, 1, 1. Rishi will be PM. The game is rigged. Yeah, 1, 1. Bloody big con. 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah. I mean, from the second Boris got ousted from office, I mean, let's face it, that's what happened. They wanted him gone. He's got a situation where, it's quite obvious who the culprits are, who, aided his downfall, kind of manufactured this whole thing so he'd go. Things like pictures from a vantage point at a particular office, which suddenly found their way out into the press. It seems like one big manufactured hose job, I suppose they'd call it in America. And, there was a couple of candidates running in the field, which for a time I thought, okay, I mean, this young lady that just got knocked out today being one. So never ever heard of her, but something completely different, something, which might have led to somewhere. But when you look at the others, Sunak, Mordaunt, Captain Mordaunt, we'll call her, and Liz Truss, you think to yourself, yeah, they've not got a hope in hell's chance, really, have they? I mean, I predict it's going to be a run in between Sunak and one of the other ladies, and we're going to end up with Sunak as Prime Minister. I think that is the overriding agenda of the whole thing. I don't know what everybody else thinks of that. You give me a 1 in the chat if you think Sunak's going to be Prime Minister by the end of this. I mean, they're all WEFs, aren't they? I'll say WEF. I'll let you work out that acronym. Hello, Andy and Army. Hello, Neats. Good to see you, and I hope you're doing well. Yeah, here we go. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yes, you all think that Toad is going to be Prime Minister. I remember Jim Davison coming on and says, "Doesn't he look like Mr. Spock with the ears?" I'm not quite sure about that. I saw another anagram of him and Roland Ratner looked pretty similar. Yeah, 1, 1, 1, 1. Where are we here? Wouldn't it be great if we get 100 likes by the end of chat? Yeah, it would. Let's get going. Get that like button hit. We're up to 89, 88 people watching at the moment. Gary Reynolds, hello, Uncle. Good to see you. You think that he's going to be Prime Minister? He's not the person I would like in number 10. He's not the person that I would like in number 10 either. You know, when all this bullshittery started a little while ago, I was of the view of everybody else following the mainstream media and, oh, yeah, we're going to get furloughed, we're going to get help, and then all of a sudden you wake up and see the wood through the trees and think, what the fuck have they done to this country? What have they done to the economy, and how are we going to fix it? This is it. You can see it all. They're so brash about it now. They're doing it in front of us without a care in the world. That's how crazy this whole situation has got now. Listen, everybody, this is the Daily Chat with Andy, the Gabby Cabby. Thank you to everybody that's joining me in my rather hot garage. I came in here because I didn't want the phone to overheat, but now I'm overheating. Might have to have a rethink, maybe the garden or something for next time. If you haven't done so already, and welcome everybody, please make sure you hit that thumbs up button, the like, the under there. Give it up. Let's get them up. If you haven't done so already as well, please make sure you subscribe to Andy the Gabby Cabby. We're on here every day doing some kind of content or other, you know, even news or personal stuff. My mum on a pogo stick, even, you wanted to see that, so I managed to prolong the video, and I think about 1,000 people have laughed at her so far, so she'll be quite happy with that. A little bit of entertainment for everybody. We're broadcasting to Facebook tonight, so hello to all of you. If you haven't seen me already, so welcome to the Facebookers, the YouTubers, and everyone else. Julia for Justice, hello to you. Good to see you. Julie Keys, Blood Nose as well. Good to see some more people coming in there now. Yeah, I mean, let's stick with the theme of the Sunak and everything for a while. Well, at least for the next few minutes. I saw the general gist of it earlier. I mean, it was down to 4, wasn't it? Rishi Sunak, Penny Mordaunt, Kemi Badenoch, and Liz Truss. I mean, Kemi never had a cat and hell's chance, really, did she? Compared with the others, establishmentarians, all of them. I mean, there you go. There's the lineup right there. Yeah, I can see them. And unfortunately, our dear Kemi there is no more. I mean, Kemi was actually the subject of a Jim Davison video, and he said he wants the lady to be Prime Minister. And they call him racist. I think there might be something a bit detached there from people's intelligence, but never you mind. Yes, the Conservative Party leadership race will now be fought out between just 3 candidates. The race is now down to 3, as Kemi has dropped out of the running. MPs voted from 2 p.m. today in the 4th round of voting, as the race to find Boris Johnson's successor nears its final stage. Well, I think, you know, from what we're talking about, it's already been predetermined, hasn't it? Chairman of the 1922 committee, Sir Graham Brady, announced the results, leaving Rishi Sunak, Liz Truss and Penny Mordaunt, the 3 main names left in the pile. And I think it's very much, you know, a Rishi race. You watch the mainstream media and he seems to be the poster boy for them. They all want him in place. There's an agenda here, definitely. Hello, Steve McGarrett from Hawaii 5-0. Yeah, Rishi Sunak is a certain winner. I think the whole establishment is rooting for him personally. That doesn't necessarily mean that us rank and file plebs out in the real world are. Sunak fell 2 short of 120 votes, which would have guaranteed him a place in the final 2. The 5th ballot will take place on Wednesday, with the remaining 2 candidates facing a summer of campaigning for the support of party members. The new leader will be announced on September the 5th. It sounds like a long way away, but they've got their summer recess, haven't they? And is expected to become Prime Minister the following day. Mr. Johnson used his final cabinet meeting to defend his record. He said his decision to commit to net zero carbon emissions by 2050 was right even though it has become unfashionable. We could segue off into another thing with that, couldn't we? I mean, the freaking bills for starters. Thank you, Boris. Go and fly your typhoon, is what I say. Speaking as Westminster baked in a heat wave, Mr. Johnson said, with temperatures setting records in this country, who can doubt we were right to be the first major economy to go for net zero? Bullshit, Boris, and you know it. I know it may be sometimes unfashionable to say this, but it's the right thing to do. If we're going to protect our planet, if we're going to do the right thing to tackle global warming, it's essentially we set the lead. He added, it also offers a massive economic opportunity to transition to millions and millions of clean, green, technology-driven jobs. The problem is it's a case of too much too quick, Boris. We're not ready for it. And I think you're barking up the wrong skyrocket there somehow, sunshine. Mr. Johnson said the cabinet meeting was taking place a year on from England's Freedom Day, when coronavirus restrictions were largely lifted. Watch that space. The Prime Minister said, I'm proud of what we did. Some, of course, I remember at the time, said the opening up in that way, opening up retail, opening up hospitality, opening up our country in the way that we did. They said it was reckless. They said it was going to be a threat to the world. I remember somebody saying, I've got to be honest, it was an easy decision. We should never forget the suffering caused by the pandemic, and we grieve for the families of the many thousands of people whose lives have been cut short. But I have to say, I do think it was the right decision. Yeah, and all the rest of the old shit. Goodbye, Boris. It was nice knowing you. You're finished. You're done. Goodbye. I don't know what to make of that. Other than what I think, Boris served a purpose for the grand plan, whatever that may be. He's come to the end of the road, and he's gone. And I think you've got these establishment muppets in place. And I think there's one of these establishment muppets that are going to end up as Prime Minister of this country. And I'm sure you all agree with me as you have. And then what's going to be the next stage after that? He's going and talking about tackling inflation. Does that mean interest is going to go up? Is anything going to come down? I very much doubt it. You look at the fuel. I don't know what people are seeing around their own local area, but the fuel around where I've been is it's dropped by a good 3 or 4 pence a litre. Nothing substantial, nothing like what it should be, but it come down a little bit. Food, still a fortune. Gas and electricity, don't even go there. These are the real things that matter, not trans, not whether you were a naval reservist properly or not whether you believe in self-identification or not. It's all utter bollocks. They need to get their head out of their arse and go and do a proper day's work and see and experience the things that we see and experience. You look at this thing with Rishi Sunak, that video that got unearthed where they, I don't have any working class friends. Well, sorry, mister, that means you haven't got a fucking clue what we have to deal with every day. It's very simple, really. That's my 2 pennyworth on it. Anyway, folks, let's have a look at the chat and see what you've got to say, shall we? Scotch eggs have gone down 4p. Wow. I haven't had a Scotch egg for ages, Paul. What if we all jump at the wrong time and make it hotter? Matt Woodson, there's a good idea. Yeah. As when I left them a bad review, they said I clearly look like a man. What the hell? So rude, as no one else said, I look like a man. I move, gives me away. That's horrible, that, Christine. I mean, you've made a choice, and all respect for you and how brave you are for coming out with what you've chosen to do and, sharing it with everybody. And, people that have a go at you for that. I'll be honest, as a man with wife, kids and everything, I can't wrap my head around what you're doing and what you're going through. But at the end of the day, it's your choice. You made that choice at some point, and, people should respect what you've done, respect you for it, and and I think it's quite brave, because there must be a lot of stigma and a lot of other stuff attached to it. Tony Whitworth said David King said that if you are even in the shade outdoors at 40 degrees and 80% humidity, you won't live for very long. Oh dear, another sir. God, his son was wrong. We all survived. Where, what paper was that read in? Huh? What paper? There's a lot of that going on at the moment. We'll come to that in a minute. Only way to achieve net zero is if everyone and everything is extinct. Yes, Tracy Regan. I mean, we all breathe out the old CO2 on a regular basis, don't we? It's and plants and everything else thrown into the mix, they're pissing in the wind. I mean, all this stuff about electric batteries, electric cars, and hybrids. I don't. I think they're completely wrong, because it's the disposal aspect of it when they're done, the replacement aspect of it when they're done. It and also the method of extracting the lithium from the ground to make the batteries in the first. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I think we're being fed an almighty great lie. There's got to be another solution. Got to be. Greetings to everybody. The weather at Manchester is perfect. That's the Manchester man. Well, if you call it perfect, I assume it's toasty hot up there like down here. Let us know. Lisa Farr, hello to you. Good to see you. I used to say if we all jumped, it would cause tidal waves. Yeah, we should all try that at once. Anna Perkins, if you have Iceland around you who are within delivery area, there are many great deals to be had there, included branded options. They've always been good, Anna, haven't they? 124 watching, 84 likes. Yes, everyone, this is the daily chat of Andy the Gabby Cabby. If you haven't done so already, get that like button hit. Thumbs up. Let's get the algorithm sorted. Let's get us above 100. We've got 128 watching tonight on YouTube. And hello to everyone on Facebook as well. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Bridget, £1.91 a litre at a garage I passed today. So it's coming down a little bit, isn't it? Bob, is that Bob Maluga? Hello to you. Welcome to the chat. Paul Hoskin, yeah, you talked about your Scotch eggs. I do like my eggs. William Cockley Hill, hello from Newmarket. Good to see you. Hope you're all right. Michael May as well. I do like a woman with boobs. Oh my God. Don't start. Just don't. Yes, we're in a bit of a predicament, aren't we, at the moment, where it's getting very hot. I mean, I'm sitting here in my garage sweating my nuts off, as I'm sure you all in other parts of the country where you are. And what's happening, as per usual, the media have jumped on the bandwagon. The Met Office, who were the ones that give weather warnings out, by the way, have decided to give out a weather warning about extreme heat. And the media have jumped all over it. We're all doomed. We're going to cook. Everything is going to be set on fire and everything else. Okay, all right, fine. We can see you for what you are, mainstream media. You are scaremongers, nothing more, nothing less. And people need to look at the bigger picture. Yes, it's going to get hot. It is hot. People suffer. I've got 3 chins and back fat and a bit of flubber at the front, and I find this very difficult. But, I'm getting by. I've sat in a car with 40-degree heat surrounding me all day long. I'm still here. People do get by and people do adapt. I do believe that it's probably going to get hotter at a period of time in our calendar, year upon year upon year, each time. And as a country, we'll have to adapt. I mean, people I picked up today, there was 5 people from Heathrow. They come back from Dubai, and they said they've come back from Dubai and it's actually hotter here than it was in Dubai today. And they said the problem between the two is we're not equipped for it, which is why everything goes to shit. Look at Luton and Bryce Norton yesterday with the runways melting. There's a friend of mine come back from Amsterdam, and he was sitting on the plane, and he showed me a video of them spraying the runway at Gatwick because they were worried about that melting. But they all seem to be going into meltdown. I mean, dare I mention him? Let's have a look at what Lord Sadiq Khan of London has to say, shall we? Bless his cotton socks. Yes, Sadiq Khan says London Fire Brigade have declared a major incident as a heat wave hits the capital. I mean, that's the hot air coming out of his. But never mind. Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, said London Fire Brigade has declared a major incident in response to a huge surge in fires across the capital today, saying that the service is under immense pressure. It comes as fire crews battled hundreds of wildfires across the country as temperatures topped 40 degrees, transforming fields and grassland into a tinderbox. I was sent quite a choice picture of down the side of the A2 up near Dartford, and all that was alight. And I was expecting big trouble, but it never came, thankfully. One regional service said that the number of open fires could have tripled this week, while the Met Office warned that most of England was at exceptional risk. LFB's Assistant Commissioner for Operational Resilience and Control, Patrick Goulburn, said the brigade remains ready to respond to incidents. However, we want to ensure our resources are available for people who really need our help. If you see a fire smouldering, please don't hesitate to call us. The sooner we know about a fire, the sooner we can bring it under control and prevent it from spreading, reducing the need for us to mobilise more resources. We are also strongly urging people not to have barbecues or bonfires today, as the ground is incredibly dry, which means even the smallest spark could cause a fire. People are going to have a barbecue in this weather. They're going to get pissed. They're going to, what the hell? Mr. Khan said on Twitter, London Fire Brigade has just declared a major incident in response to a huge surge of fires across the capital. This is critical. London Fire is under immense pressure. Oh, Khan's flapping again, isn't he? Please be safe. I'm in touch with the Commissioner and we'll share updates when I have them. Smoke drifted over the M25 as almost 200 firefighters and 30 fire engines tried to extinguish a cornfield blaze in Upminster, East London. I'd love to know which direction that smoke drifted, because I was on the M25. I never saw any smoke, and I was probably round the east side when I was on my way home. While around 100 firefighters are tackling a huge blaze in East London, London Fire Brigades, 15 fire engines and around 100 firefighters were called to the scene in the village of Wennington at just around 1 p.m. It came as temperatures in the area hit around 40 degrees amid the heat wave blasting the nation. At least one home appeared to be completely destroyed in the blaze, while smoke covered a wide area. Nearby fields were also scorched. The fire brigade said on Twitter, I mean, get this, we got 15 fire engines and around 100 firefighters dealing with this blaze on the green in Wennington. The heat wave has also caused a string of other emergency situations across London. Police searching for a 14-year-old boy missing in the River Thames since yesterday have found a body. Speaking on the incident yesterday, Superintendent Richard Smith said, despite the very best efforts of all involved, we must now sadly conclude that this young boy has died. His death is a tragedy, and I cannot begin to imagine what his family will be through. All our thoughts are with them. I know that on days like today, when temperatures are at a record high, it might look appealing to jump in and cool off in rivers, reservoirs, lakes, and other open water. Please don't. The dangers are real. And this evening in Richmond, we have seen the terrible consequences of what happens when it goes wrong. Two young people in particular, I would urge you to be the person in your group of friends who says no and remind others about the dangers. Your intervention could save a life and save others from experiencing similar. I mean, look at this. Here we are. This is a scene of a supposed fire that they had to deal with. I don't know if you can see the picture properly there, but there's a barbecue there under what looks like used to be some kind of awning or shed or something, and that's all gone up and probably needs a fire brigade in on that one. And that was apparently in Upminster, one of several things that they've they've had to deal with today. I mean, all these bloody fires, they're saying spontaneous combustion and all that sort of thing. But do you remember the adverts from years ago where it'd be like, don't leave a bottle lying in a field because the heat from the sun would magnify through the bottle and I wonder how much of this has been going on, and it's just the heat that's exacerbated it. Very, very puzzling and very troubling that apparently so much has ended up. It's hot in here, but that's colder today. That's good. I like it. Where are we? 30 minutes. Yes, please hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Welcome to all of you in the chat. We've got some good numbers today, and it's great to see you all. Loads of you on Facebook as well. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel as well. We're starting to rock it up again. I think it might be something to do with that little mention of Mr. Belfield yesterday. I think that video has gone a bit loopy-doopy, but it had to be said after some feedback. I thought, what the hell? Let's talk about Alex. So I did, and we're getting back on track, and I can gallop along again. That's all cool. 116 likes. That's excellent. I love it. Thank you, folks. Please keep them coming. Plastic bottles don't start fires, John Harrington says. Yeah, I think just the glass ones do, don't they? Hi, Andy. Also dangerous to carry a box of matches in your pocket. Yeah, I suppose if something falls out. Blood knows we can thank Joe Biden, Xi Jinping, and Vladimir Putin. I've been sworn at a few times there. Samuel L. Saxon. It's the reporters setting the fires. Maybe there's just a lot, isn't there? Unprecedented amount. I'm not saying somebody's going around with a tinder box going, here, let's start a fire and get it on the news. No, far from it. It's just, fires need a combustion source. Is it the dried out grass, the dried out woodlands? Is there something being unintentionally left by somebody there? What's going on? I'm in the site today. Excuse me. I saw a thing about a car fire on the way home on the M20, and I thought, car fire? What? I couldn't see any smoke. Was it an electric car? What was going on? But the whole fucking M20 was shut. But coincidentally, that was around the area where they do Operation Brock. So I'm thinking, car fire, huh? Oh, well, but the route we went round got us home a lot quicker, so it weren't too bad. Even in under 10s, a little diva nowadays. Had anyone in Rachel's yesterday, deliberately damaged things, pink roses, even a glass like Alex too. Kim Alliston, send the rain to Yorkshire. No, we'll have it in Margate first. Thank you very much. Charlie says clips were very educational at the time. I remember them. I remember them, the do's and don'ts. Julia for Justice, bottles everywhere. Paul Darby, the wind forms have done nothing to keep us cool. I'm not here. A soggy cotton sleeveless shirt and feet in cold water. I feel cool. I like the sound of that, Bob. I might be doing something similar later. Alan, John Harrington, I suspect the latter. Anna, so, we can think. Israel grabbing the chat there. First number, son. Well, I'm glad to see that all the regular people are here, and you're all obviously complaining about the heat as I am, but yes, I mean, one of the things we've got at the moment, we've got all the windows and doors open throughout the house, and there's just so warmth coming in on the air. It's crazy. When I get in my car, it's like a blast furnace, and I have to turn the aircon on full blast, and that doesn't work. So you have to have the windows down for a little while until that, and then up, and it's nice and cool. I actually get it cooler in my car than in my house. It's something. What's Zena saying? Just a sleeveless t-shirt. I'm in a top and knickers only. Got a fan heater that has a cool fan setting. Do you have one? See, got a fan image. That's the cold air setting. Okay. Firefighters should get a pay rise. They are doing a fantastic job. Nice to be called regular people rather than the usual suspects. Hey, that's a win. I apply that on Harry Windsor, 54, mental disorders. Lucinda, I saw him giving this grandiose speech to the UN General Assembly, and then I thought, for fuck's sake, when is he going to shut up? Talking about pay and conditions for our emergency services, I saw, I'll give police off the cuff a shout here. Hi, Bill. Hi, Phil. They have a problem in the NYPD at the moment where cops are basically leaving because they're fed up with, what's going on in the job, and they're either going to other forces, they're retiring early, or they're just getting out. We have a same problem in this country, not only with the fire, with the police, with the NHS as well. People are getting pissed off. I have a source within a local police force who told me some very telling information the other day about what's really going on behind closed doors, set against, what they try and lead you to believe in the public. I'm like, oh my God, we're fucked. It's as simple as that. One of the things going to the police as well is all these new laws that they come out with. New law upon new law upon new. Why don't you reinforce the old ones? Who drives a car here? Give me a 1 if you drive a car. I'll give you a 1. I'm a taxi driver. Give me a 1 if you're a driver. You own a car and you drive. You might be thinking of selling up for a pedalo sooner or later, granted, but that's not the point of this. Handy Andy's got a car. Come on, who else? All of you are car drivers there. Okay, a fair few of you. All right. Did you know that potentially you could be fined for wearing the wrong clothes? Did you know that? Give me a 1 in the chat if you knew that. I can't believe what I was reading. More highway code bullshittery. It's a bit like the thing about allowing pedestrians and cyclists right of way over us in cars. It's freaking nuts. Yeah, let me read you this. Where are we? Yeah, Brits, us, they could face fines of up to £5,000 for a very simple error while they're driving. Motorists have been warned that they could face fines of up to £5,000 for wearing unsuitable clothing while they're driving. Well, I'm going to strip off on that basis and see what they do with me. The Highway Code, Rule 97, says that drivers should ensure... Go away, Nigel. I don't want to hear from you today. The Highway Code Rule 97 shows that drivers should ensure clothing and footwear do not prevent you using the controls in the correct manner. I have no trouble with my gear stick. Drivers found to be in breach of the rule face an on-the-spot fine of £100, while 3 penalty points could also be handed out. Such a fine could be increased up to £5,000 and 9 penalty points on your licence. A driving ban could also be given if a motorist is taken to court over this. Among the clothing that could be deemed unsuitable include baggy jeans. Fucking hell. How many times have I worn baggy jeans while driving a motor? Maxi dresses, because both could get trapped underneath the pedals as you drive. If you're wearing shoes, while drivers could face a separate £5,000 fine for wearing sunglasses while they're driving. Imagine that in this weather. They could have a field day. Rule 94 of the Highway Code says at night or in poor visibility, do not use tinted glasses, lenses, or visors that will restrict your vision. It suggests that drivers should instead use their visor to try and block the sun out, Well, it's all right if your visor's here and the fucking sun comes down here. You know, you need sunglasses. The AA states vision must remain clear and sufficient light to let you see properly. Must get to your eyes. Sunglasses sold for general use could be too dark for driving in. Plus, fashion frames could obscure your peripheral vision if they aren't the right style. So it's best to choose your shades carefully. So, in other words, don't wear any shoes, keep your baggy jeans at home, don't wear a dress, and don't wear sunglasses. Otherwise, you get fined £5,000 and could lose your fucking licence. What on earth is going on with this country? We are absolutely on our arse screwed. I've heard it all before. I've been driving 25 years. I've never known anything so daft. I mean, look, bit free advertising there. There's my t-shirt. I've got short. Can I wear shorts? Well, you know, would that get stuck in my seatbelt or something? What a bunch of wankers they really are. To me, it's like they just want to make things as difficult as possible for the car driver, the fuel, the regulations, the bullshit. They want us off. It's become abundantly clear. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go. I'm going to wrap things up because I'm hot and I want to go indoors and stick my head in a freezer. You know, that one that our previous Prime Minister hides from interviews in. Mind you, I might not get the same one. I wouldn't have thought that's the thing. Anyway, birthday suits, yes. Yes. I think they're the best kind for avoiding these things, aren't they? Yes, if you haven't done so already, I've just been informed that we need 16 more likes to reach 150, and that would be marvellous. So if you haven't done so already, please start hitting that thumbs up button. Let's get us up to 150. Up. Let's go. Let's get it done. Yes, this will obviously be out today. As soon as we go. Tomorrow I will be here. I'm at home for most of the day. I'm back up at Heathrow later on. So there'll be a little bit more content for you then when I kind of get out of my melted puddle of whatever where I've overheated. And I'll be on here tomorrow as well with another live stream for you. I just want to finish by saying I very much appreciate everybody tonight that's come onto the chat. There's been so many on here. Yeah, but nearly hit 150 at one point. We haven't had such a good time for a long time. So I really appreciate that. Please share these things that I do on your social media and whatever. Let's get the word of the Cabby out. Let's get more people in here and let's enjoy these chats. 8 more needed for 150. So come on, everybody. Let's just 8 more. Even if you got a friend down the road, hit the button. Let's get 150. Let's get it up before we actually go. Yeah, let's just get the whole word of mouth. You know that guy from Margate who drives a cab that does this a lot online? We'll go and check him out. Hit the subscribe button. Let's get that there. We need 6 more to get to 150. 1, 2, 6. Yeah, 6 more. Come on, 6. Let's do it. 6. I'm sure we can get there very, very quickly. Yeah, as I said, we'll be on here tomorrow. I'll have more content out for you. I'm going to go and have a look and see what Mr. Bellfield's up to today with his court appearance. He does all the transcripts and everything. And I've been following them. They're quite interesting. And do some airport work. And then I shall be thinking about sticking my head on a pillow or in an ice bucket and trying to get a good night's sleep. Thank you very much, everybody. Again, I appreciate each and every one of you. And I've just seen we've past 150 likes for the evening. So well done. And until tomorrow, I've got to hit the right button here. It's all about pushing buttons. I bid you to Lou.